We have lots of animals on the farm, but the newest one is, well, Ethan's pigeons. And he's really excited about them. He's always been obsessed with birds. Arr.
They look like his beard.
He lucked out and was able to find a mated pair of fantail pigeons. And today, he has some exciting news to share. Oh wow, they are getting friendlier.
She's way nicer. As long as you like respect their boundaries, like if they're not comfortable, then you let them do their own thing.
Have you lifted him up to see if there's more than one egg?
Let's see.
Oh, it's so little. All right, so big news. Ethan's pigeons have what?
They pooped out an egg.
We're so excited because now normally I was reading that it can be sometimes two, but this was just one.
So they're so teeny tiny, but they've been sitting on it really diligently. They've been trading off back and forth.
It's so funny to me. Like every time I walk out, there's a different one on it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how they're always switching back and forth.
There he goes.
Aww, good job. You're so pretty. So is your plan still to take this one when it's hatched so you can hand raise it, or are you gonna watch them?
The thing is, pigeons in their crop, they're able to make their own little like pigeon milk thing that they feed the little baby for about 3 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
And by 4 weeks, they're about ready to eat food, normal food on their own, and about ready to leave.
So you'll wait till that point before you
gonna,
start trying to...
Yeah, by that point, I'll just hang out with that one a lot.
Okay.
Get it tamed. Because these ones are kind of old, they're kind of stuck in their own ways.
Yeah. They have gotten a little bit friendlier though.
Yeah, she's gotten way nicer. Just not quite as like...
Like where they want to hop on you and play with you. Well, they're pretty cute and they're doing a good job. Oh, wait, have you been keeping track of the days? Do you know how many days there's left?
No.
I bet you it's only a few.
They've been on there for at least like 2 weeks.
Okay, so we've got like one more.
Maybe one more week, maybe half a week. I don't know. It's soon, very soon, any day now.
Wow, that's fun.
Before the sun appears, before the world has even stirred, let's get out of here. We don't need to hurry, the road ahead is clear. Let's follow the coast as far as it goes, or until we disappear.
Oh, you better wear gloves, honey. Alright guys, we are changing the mountain. This thing is way too precarious, right Kevin? Right.
Yes.
So we're gonna make like little stepping stools that they can jump to, because I hate that they fall in the holes, and no matter how much we close up the holes, another hole arises. So we're gonna make little stepping stones that they can run from each one to, instead of climbing up high and then pushing each other off. Eventually we want to put Olive in here with her babies, but Olive's kind of mean and we don't want her to hurt these little guys. So we think the solution to that is making a bunch of little step stools for them to jump to. Right, Kevin?
Yes.
He acts like I decided this, but this was his idea. Look, they're following all the way around. Uh-oh, that one's precarious. Take that one away. Some of these at the bottom are so rotted. There's a ton of scorpions down there.
See, they love the playground we made.
No! Oh my gosh. They never get stung by scorpions. Goats must have thick skin or fur or something.
They've never been stung. Or if they have, they never told us.
Well, they've never screamed and acted like they're in pain, so I assume. We've asked them, they say no. Oh, see, now they like it. Keep going. She's showing them how to do it. Is that fun? Well, the garden is slowly being overcome with weeds. Although we still have carrots and tomatoes going, we have one thing that we're really excited about. It is berry season on the farm, and we've got a lot. This huge dwarf mulberry, meaning it has tiny berries, but it's a pretty big tree, is loaded with fruit. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And they just fall off. We also have blackberries, strawberries, and blueberries. So in case you're wondering, you can definitely grow berries in Arizona. Now the blueberries here aren't quite ready. They're still a little bit green, but eventually they will be ready. Well, we have lots of berries right now, but remember last week or a couple weeks ago when we cleaned out the entire pond? Well, I promised you guys that I would show you us harvesting the catfish. Now, this isn't the only harvest from our pond. We've actually caught a few times in the year some of the catfish. I always leave it out though. I never know how many of you really want to see an up close, dissecting of a catfish, but I guess just skip ahead if you don't want to see this. So I'm not very good at this. I was raised on fishing for trout, so this is a lot different. Catfish skin is so thick, it's like leather. But if you have a really sharp knife, this is how I do it. I peel the skin first off of each side, and then I just fillet it as close as I can to the rib bones. It still leaves a lot of meat, and I can see the benefit of why some people just cut off the head and then cook it like that so that you can really eat it off of the bone. We've done that before, and that works really well. I sort of like that method, so I'll probably do that in the future, but I wanted to try to fillet these ones here. In the end, it was 2 big packages of catfish fillets. I think each package was a little over 2 pounds, so that's enough for 2 different dinners for us. We didn't mind raising catfish. I would definitely do it again, but a lot of people don't like to swim with catfish. They're afraid they're gonna get cut by the sharp part of their fins. They never did that to us, but other people don't like it, so I don't know if we'll raise catfish again. We might try some bass, which should help control our mosquito fish population that gets crazy high in the summer. We'll see. But it sure is fun to be able to have a dual purpose pond where we swim and we can raise fish for us to eat. For tonight's dinner, I kept it really simple. I fried up the fish and we ate it with a little salad. Oh, and lots of berries for dessert. It was perfect. Stay there for a second. I got a lot of questions about little Faye here. You can't even see her because she's matching my clothes right now. And I checked with the vet so that I'm sure to be correct about the information that I tell you. So one question was, is she infertile or should you just not breed her? She will definitely be infertile. From what the vet has seen already, her parts, I don't know how much I can say on YouTube, so I sort of have to use other words, but her parts are underdeveloped already compared to the other little doelings we have. So what's likely that has happened is that her ovaries and her uterine horns are also underdeveloped. So she's definitely not gonna be able to be bred, never be able to really produce the right amount of hormones. Now the other question is, do we have to castrate her? She is so sweet, guys. She's the sweetest little goat. That depends. The vet said that sometimes they do have testes that have developed in their abdomen, and in those situations we probably will need to remove them because nobody wants a pet goat that smells like a buck, acts like a buck, all that stuff. The odds are though that she's just really underdeveloped. Like I said before, we still don't know what type of hermaphrodite she is, and hermaphrodite is the correct term. Don't get after me for that. With livestock, that's what we say. Okay, we don't know what type she is, and there's it's really hard to get a test done. It's really expensive. So what we do is just look at the physical characteristics and then look at the behavioral characteristics and then just sort of make a determination. Here's the plan with little Faye. I know you guys love her, you want us to keep her, she's adorable, but we're not gonna keep any more pets because we already have some of the older original goats we've had to retire, like Luna and Willow, and they are pets. So we don't want to keep more pets. We do have a few homes already lined up, people that want her, and they all seem to be good so far. I still need to like vet them a little bit. So she will likely go as a fun little pet for somebody, like a little kid that would love a goat that would follow it around. I mean, this is the perfect pet for them. And I want to provide those opportunities for people because it's so fun when you're a little kid and you have a cute little goat that follows you around. So the plan is, because things always have to change and plans always have to change here, is we're gonna keep her here until about 4 to 6 months. When she hits that point, we'll decide with the vet if we need to castrate her. That would mean we'd have to go in surgically. So it's a little bit tricky, and we do need to make sure that we're doing it safely. Right now she's only 6 weeks old. So that's the plan with little Faye, and she's adorable and she's super sweet. Like just a lovey little goat. Oh, I just love her. I wish I could keep all the goats, but I can't. You know, like even if we had a lot of land, I still would probably pare down my goats because it is a ton of work. That's the story with little Faye. And hopefully we can watch her for a little bit, watch her grow up and see how she develops and see if she develops really buck-like behavior or if she ends up just being sort of a petite female that doesn't have a lot of development, which the vet is erring on the side that that is what she's gonna be. Hopefully that answered all of your questions. And here's to another interesting experience on our farm. Oh my goodness. I know, I love you. And I have not been giving a lot of attention to all the others here. Little Blair back there, little Griffin, they're just as sweet as can be as well. So all three are just such perfect little babies. Olive, you did such a good job. They're so funny. They're all so sweet, so friendly. Great personalities from her. Which I'm not surprised because Olive has the best personality. Seriously, she's such a sweetie. So hard. Can't choose based on personality though if you want to improve the herd. Lydia hasn't been in this video much because she was playing in the pit for a musical, local musical, and it was amazing. So she's been really busy and working really hard. But yeah, just wanted to say she's amazing.
I'm not dead.
She's still alive, still working hard. That's it. Well, thanks so much for joining us for today's video. I'm really excited for Ethan's little pigeons to hatch some littler pigeons, just one. We've got a lot coming up here. We have to shave the bucks for a buck show that we're taking them to, and we have to make some cuts on which of the first does and doelings are gonna leave. In the meantime, if you want to watch the video where Ethan first brought home his little pigeons and he talks a lot more about them, go ahead and click right here.